Bagels, something that's been around since the 17th century, and what I think, honestly, is one of the greatest breakfast foods to have. But who has the time? Who can put in all the effort between the rising, the baking, the boiling? It takes too long. Well, today, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make a high-protein bagel that is quick and delicious. Let's make it. All right, you're gonna need the following. You're gonna need a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. I would use something plain without flavoring. You're gonna need a cup of flour, 1 egg, and whatever topping you like on your bagels. I'm a big fan of sesame seeds, so I'm gonna be using those. To start, we're gonna take a large mixing bowl and we're gonna combine our 1 cup of flour and our 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. I like to use the plain stuff. And we're just gonna mix that together with our flour until it kind of forms what kind of looks like a dough ball. I'm gonna go ahead and come in with just a little pinch of salt. Now, once this dough starts to form into a larger bowl, you're gonna get a little bit messy here. You're gonna get in there and you're gonna start to knead this dough. Now, I'm making a recipe that'll probably yield somewhere between 2 to 3 bagels. If you need more for that than that, if you want some for the week, double the ingredients. Triple it even, if you're a big fan of bagels like myself. All right, now we're gonna get in there and just start to knead it until it starts to form a nice dough. And as I'm kneading this, it's becoming less and less sticky, which is what we want to see. You want to make sure that all of the flour and the non-fat Greek yogurt are incorporated. All right, that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and take this out on our surface here. I'm just going to continue to push and fold, push and fold, push and fold until we get a nice dough ball here. Okay. Now, once we have our dough ball here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to separate this out into the size bagels you are looking for. I'm going to go ahead, I like mine a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to kind of separate this out into 2 larger dough balls. Roll those out. Now, we need the bagel shape. We need these to look like an actual bagel. So what you're going to do is you're going to start to push this down and work your thumbs into the middle until you start to create that signature bagel look. Should look something like this. So we've got 1 bagel here. I'm going to work on this second one. Now again, as I had said earlier, I honestly think bagels should always be at the table when having breakfast. I think it's the perfect vessel for things like breakfast sandwiches. Lox and bagels is a huge staple in my household, especially around the holidays. Or just smearing some cream cheese on it. All right, these look good. Okay, up next, we're gonna go ahead and get our egg wash on here with our egg, and then we're gonna season these bad boys up and then get to baking. Okay, next up, we're gonna crack our egg into our bowl, and we are going to whisk our egg mixture here. until the yolk and the egg white is homogeneous and thoroughly combined. All right, next I'm going to just ever so gently wipe that egg wash kind of all around and on the tops of our bagel. You can be as liberal with this as you'd like. It's going to really help have the whatever topping or seasoning you would like to put on top of your bagel. It's going to help it adhere to it a little bit better. I find this to be a little bit easier and more successful using an egg wash mixture than just if you were to spray it with some cooking spray. All right, these look good. All right, now, next up, as I said, I'm a big sesame seed guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up our sesame seeds here. Again, you can do whatever topping you'd like. I know a lot of people are big everything bagel seasonings. You could do salt, pepper. You could do plain if you're into that. We're just gonna pour a couple sesame seeds on top of each of these bagels. Okay, those look good. Now, next up, these are gonna go in an air fryer, baking at 350 degrees for about 14 to 15 minutes. If you don't have an air fryer, that's okay. You could just as easily do it in the oven and see how that works out. I've got an air fryer, so that's what I'm gonna use today. Sorry, Cook and Teach Nation. I had some microphone technical difficulties, but the bagels are out, and look at that. They look delicious. They came out perfectly. Let's go ahead and do a cross section here. Cut one open. Crispy, crunchy on the outside. Nice and moist and fresh on the inside. I didn't get to eat lunch today, so I'm going to prepare a sandwich. I've got some provolone, some hot ham here that I'm putting on, and a couple slices of pepperoni. Go ahead and assemble, put that together, cut that in half, and take a look at this. Delicious. Let's take a bite. Delicious. Real good. Fresh. Nutritious. Again, high in protein. You've got to try and make this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. What do you want me to cook next? What is your favorite type of bagel? What do you like to put on your bagels? Until next time, this is Cooking Teach, and I hope to see you again soon. Cook and Teach, out.